The Google Pixel 10 lineup is just around the corner, and it's been leaked like crazy. In fact, Google even showed us the full design weeks ahead of the upcoming announcement. So, get that popcorn ready, and here are the final leaks and rumors on the Google Pixel 10 lineup. A lineup which is set to remain the same as before, so we'll likely see a vanilla Pixel 10, a Pixel 10 Pro, a Pixel 10 Pro XL, and a Pixel 10 Pro Fold. But first off, let's talk about the design. There have been numerous CAD leaks in the past month, and it seems like Google is actually playing it safe this year, making almost no noticeable design changes. This means that the design will remain familiar, so flat sides, rounded corners, and a pill-shaped camera island in the middle, and just with some minor tweaks to the glass part of it. Dimension-wise, the Pixel 10 and the Pixel 10 Pro are set to match the height and the width of their Pixel 9 predecessors, but they would now be 0.1mm thicker and about 6 to 8 grams heavier. The Pixel 10 Pro XL seems unchanged in dimensions though, yet it has gained 11 grams over last year's model, a roughly 5% increase. Meanwhile, the Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold is rumored to be slightly thicker in both folded and unfolded states, although a bit narrower in width and also heavier by 1 gram, bringing it to 258 grams. Now, comparing the rumored weight and the rumored thickness to that of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, yeah, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold looks heavily outdated. As for the colors of the Pixel 10, we could have Frost, Obsidian, Lemongrass, and Indigo. The Pixel 10 Pro and 10 Pro XL may come in Obsidian, Porcelain, Moonstone, and Jade, while the Pixel 10 Pro Fold may come in Moonstone and Jade. Now, these colors would look amazing when paired with a matching wallpaper from our app, Wallpapers, where we're also running a limited time discount on our lifetime purchases. For a single purchase of $39.99, you can get over 2,000 stunning wallpapers, all of them in 1x1 8K, for your smartphone, tablet, and desktop. You can download our app today for free on the App Store and the Play Store. Now, speaking of looking great on your displays, let's talk about those displays. The leaks claim that the screen sizes will remain exactly the same as before, also with the same sized bezels as before. That means a 6.3-inch display for the Pixel 10 and the Pixel 10 Pro, and a 6.8-inch display for the Pixel 10 Pro XL, both with Google's Super Extra LTPO panels and refresh rates of up to 120Hz. As for the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, it is all set to retain the same screen size, so around 8 inches when unfolded. If anything, I would love to see some increased brightness levels, and even a matte coating like Samsung has done with the S24 and S25 Ultra, which has been just incredible outdoors. Another possible change for the Pixel 10 Pro display could be improved PWM dimming. Reports suggest that Google may be using 480Hz pulse width modulation system, which could help reduce eye strain and visual fatigue, especially at night. But what about the cameras? Pixels have always been known for having one of, if not the best camera on the market, at least when it comes to the processing. And this year, it's said that Google would be bringing a third camera to the base Google Pixel 10, making it the first time a non-Pro Pixel would be using a triple lens camera setup. But sadly, it's not all good news. Some reports indicate that the main and the ultrawide sensors may actually be downgraded heavily, likely to make room for that new telephoto sensor without increasing the cost of the phone. Hopefully though, the added lens will prove to be a bigger upgrade than the sensor downgrades seem to be. And speaking of these downgrades, let's talk about them. The main camera is now set to be a smaller 48 megapixel sensor. Basically the same one as on the Pixel 9a, so no longer a flagship sensor. Then the ultrawide is set to drop in resolution from 48 to just 13 megapixels, also with a much smaller sensor. While the new telephoto is set to be a 10.8 megapixel 5x telephoto, so probably the same one as on the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, with no changes to the selfie camera. No camera changes are expected on the Pixel 10 Pro or 10 Pro XL, or even the 10 Pro Fold, which is rumored to keep the same setup as last year, so a main 48 megapixel camera, a 10.8 megapixel 5x telephoto, a 10.5 megapixel ultrawide, and then two 10 megapixel selfie cameras. However, if the camera doesn't seem like much of an upgrade, the chip will be. Reports suggest that a Tensor G5 will be the first chip that Google has designed entirely from scratch. Essentially, previous tensors were based on modified Samsung Exynos chips. And the Tensor G5 is reportedly being manufactured using TSMC's 3nm manufacturing process, so the same one used in Apple's A18 and A18 Pro chips and Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. And compared to the 4nm Tensor G4, the smaller 3nm design should deliver better performance and better efficiency, which have really been the main issues for Tensor up until now. However, one leaker claims that the G5 is basically a TSMC-made G4, meaning it could still be a 4nm chip. Now, of course, building the chip in-house would give Google complete control, potentially making Tensor the Android equivalent of Apple's A series. So what about some actual performance numbers? Well, according to the latest leaks, the CPU is said to be about 40% faster, which is very significant. The TPU is said to be about 14% faster, and the GPU is also said to be improved, also from Imagination Technologies. The Pixel 10 Pro models may also get a vapor cooling chamber to maintain performance under heavy loads, while the standard Pixel 10 may not. Same goes for the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, probably because of its chassis and thickness. As for the RAM, the Pixel 10 is likely to come with 12GB of RAM, while the Pixel 10 Pro, 10 Pro XL, and 10 Pro Fold may come with 16, just like last year. So what about special features? Is there anything unique coming to the Pixel 10 series? Well, apparently Google is working on a brand new set of Qi 2-enabled first-party accessories called Pixel Snap. Android Authority is reporting that some of these accessories may include a Pixel Snap charger, a Pixel Snap charger with a built-in stand, and a Pixel Snap ring stand. We don't really have any more specifications yet, but the names could give us some clues. The Pixel Snap charger is likely a very basic wireless charger, much like Apple's standard MagSafe. Then the Pixel Snap ring stand probably serves as a simple smartphone stand, while the Pixel Snap charger with stand seems to combine both functions. Another special feature with the Pixel 10 series could be something called Camera Coach. A Camera Coach is said to use Gemini to offer real-time tips for capturing better shots, from adjusting your angle for improved framing to fine-tuning lighting and more. It works by analyzing the scene, and then it would apparently suggest changes on the spot. Now, another leaked feature that we could see is something called Pixel Sense. Remember that from the Pixel 4 or Magic Q? We still don't know which name Google will end up using. The standalone assistant will apparently integrate with various Google apps, enabling it to offer contextual suggestions for some relevant actions where appropriate. Now, the batteries are also said to be increasing in size, with the Pixel 10 Pro XL having the largest battery in any Pixel to date, at a rumored capacity of 5,200 mAh, or 150 more than the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Then, the base Pixel 10 is said to come with a 4,970 mAh battery, which is really impressive for the base model, with the Pro version then having about 100 mAh less, due to probably space being taken by that new vapor chamber cooling. While the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is said to have a 5,015 mAh battery, which would make it the largest non-silicon carbon battery in a foldable, because yes, this is still not expected to be silicon carbon. Charging speeds, by the way, are also said to increase to 29 watts, according to that same report. So when can we expect the new Pixels? Well, Google is officially hosting a special event in New York on August the 20th, where the new Pixel lineup is likely to be officially announced. And based on the latest leaks, we may also be seeing a new Pixel Watch, so the Pixel Watch 4, and perhaps some budget-friendly earbuds, the Pixel Buds 2a. So what prices should we expect for a new Pixel lineup? Well, rumors suggest that the starting price for the base model of the Pixel 10, so the 128GB version, could be $799, while the Pro version would then cost $999, also for 128, and then the XL would jump straight to $1199, up from the 9XL's $1099, so 100 more, but you would also get 256GB of storage rather than 128. As for the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, we may see the same $1799 price point for the 256GB version and around $1919 for the 512. But of course, with every foldable phone, the price will drop massively shortly after release. For example, even today, you can grab a renewed Pixel 9 Pro Fold for just under $800. But what do you guys think of the upcoming Pixel 10 lineup? I'm personally really excited for a Pixel Snap and also the larger batteries and all the new Gemini features as well, but feel free to drop a comment down below as to what you want to see the most. Also check out our app wallpapers for some awesome wallpapers that you can then use on your new Pixel 10s, and do subscribe for more videos on the Pixel 10 lineup as soon as it's out. I'm Daniel, this is ZONEofTECH, and I'll see you guys in the next one. ZONEofTECH, signing out. Cheers.